Hello, I'm Sam from Sound on Sound magazine. I'm at the DinSync booth at Superbooth in Berlin with Paul. How are you doing, Paul?
Hello again.
Hello again. And we're standing in front of something that doesn't look very new to me.
It looks pretty old, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's kind of beaten up and battered, but it's an SH101, isn't it?
Certainly looks like one.
Well, if I turn it off and lift it up, you can see that it was a 101, and it had been abandoned and left in the garage maybe 20 years or so, all corroded, and the machine was completely trashed. And what we've done is recreated the motherboard. We've also recreated the switchboard. This is the original Bender board, but we don't have the Bender part yet. But basically, this will be our new machine, the RE 101. Kind of makes sense with the other things that we're doing in the series. But one thing that we won't have initially, we won't have the keyboard because, with FATAR, the kind of units we're shifting, a few hundred units, we can't get a deal with FATAR that's going to work unless they want to talk to us. But it's pretty much,
Come on, FATAR.
Yeah, come on.
Help him out.
Give us a deal. Give us a deal. But basically, we can't buy the minimum order quantities on those kind of units. It's just not that sort of product. So what we're considering to begin with is some sort of metal case with a sort of like a tacked TB303 style tack switch keyboard, but all the original controls. And then eventually, if we did come up with a new case in the future, you could actually just transplant it. But you might not want to because by then it might be quite a nice little desktop box. I mean, that's the vision. We haven't designed the case yet. We're not at that stage. We're about 90% on the prototyping. The sound engine is, which you actually heard then. All the sound is there. I'll give you a demo in a moment, but basically, we're just working out, the last little things, details, screw hole positions, tiny little minutiae of what has to be done before we can release it.
Sure, and as long as you've got something to drive the arpeggiator from, you don't necessarily need a full keyboard with one of these anyway.
No, but I think you do if you want to use the internal sequencer, because there's got some, it's got a nice little on-the-fly stuff that people like, so you can use it for note entry, because it's a monophonic keyboard, so you don't need to play chords anyway. And it has CV anyway, so you could essentially use a CV keyboard and do it that way instead. So you could have the best of both worlds. But we would ultimately like to have it in the original form factor, then you could strap it on like a guitar, right?
It is a pretty iconic looking synth though.
Yes, indeed it is. But like I say, if the boards are the same and you can repair an original with it, it's 100% compatible. Later down the road, we can do something like that.
So do you have an ETA for this?
Well, we've got pot sets. The slider sets are coming soon, in about a couple of weeks. But then the actual project hopefully will be finished by the autumn. Hopefully available by then at the RE 303 web shop.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Paul. Let's have a bit of demo action.
All right, okay, let's go. Nice, isn't it? It's